Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Lounging with John. Glad to be here once again, hanging out with you. And I want to give a shout out to all my wonderful subscribers out there: Jerry, Justice, MS Blue Wings, all you guys. Hopefully, all is doing well. And me personally, I'm just staying busy. Of course, you guys don't know that, right? So, yeah. And I'll tell you, it's just wow. You know, I knew I was going to start being busy with, going to college and all this stuff, but I'll tell you what, it definitely is keeping me busy. That's for sure. It seems like, it's I don't know, time's going by kind of quick. It's already pretty much a month now that I've been into college. It's like, doesn't seem like it's even been that long. And I know a month isn't that long, and maybe I'm exaggerating on it a little bit, I don't know. But, yeah. And I'll tell you what, some of the stuff that you gotta do is just like, why? Why must I do it? Before I started going to college, I never paid attention to, my writing skills and, all this stuff. And I knew that, I've always known that, I'm not the best writer in the world. I have my misspells and I do this and that wrong. But I never really paid much attention to it. I just accepted it for what it was. But now I find myself correcting everything that I do now. Even when I write, I'm automatically catching myself already going back and looking over things. Just automatically, not even me thinking, oh, I better go back and check that. Automatically, I'm back checking stuff. So, it's kind of cool how, you get involved in something and you change things in your life, and things just kind of fall in place. You know what I mean? Just automatically, things kind of adjust themselves. So, I don't know, pretty neat if you ask me. Because we never think of it that way, and we don't even think about it at all, really, unless you look back on things that you've done and things that you do now. Then you realize that, wow, it's changed me. So that it does change us. It changes us. Anytime we make big changes in our life and all that good stuff. So yeah, there you go. This class that I'm taking, it's this beginner class for, college, a beginner college class, and they have you do all this different stuff. They have you do this career assessments, and you fill out these different types of assessment things that kind of tell you, your strengths and your weaknesses, and your skills. And I found that pretty neat as well, because after going through it and doing it, and then you go back and you look at it, it shows you, it'll say, number one is tourism and travel, right? Which that wasn't number one for me, but it was actually number 3. I never expected that at all, because I'm like, how that even came up. It did, though. So it's pretty neat on some of the assessments that we take and stuff. But yeah. So anyways, with that said, things are going good. Where you at? Anyways, I just strongly want to say that before we get fully started, I just want to say this to all you guys out there. Now, I know some of you, I've seen comments from some people, and hardly, maybe 3% of the viewers always say something ridiculous, like, but I think that when you can, share things in your life and it become, a value to somebody else, a lesson and a message, I've really learned to appreciate that. I've got people that will message me privately, because they don't want to go publicly and put out there that they're going through this or that, and I get that. I would probably do the same thing. I wouldn't put it out there for the whole world to see it, so I get that. But then I can take these messages though and put together a lesson, whether it's 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever, and someone gets value out of it. So that makes a difference with me, makes me feel good for what I do. I've got some really big goals set up for the blind community as well, and all this that I do will move over to the blind community, the different things that I've talked about and stuff. So I just want to thank you guys for that. I appreciate all the feedback and comments and all that stuff. So most of you, if not most, or if not all, most of you probably, have listened to 70-80% of the videos and podcasts that I do, right? And that, I'm glad for that. For my videos, I want you guys to know that I'm going to try to bring back the Sunday thing. I'm going to try to see if I can get that, back on schedule, because, Jerry, I know your kids enjoyed that. So we're going to do the, Old Man Roger has not left. Okay, he's kind of took a little break just because my schedule's been so busy, and that will level out here. But just, starting out at school and all that, you get pretty busy. So, anyways, I just wanted to talk about, self-confidence and believing in yourself. And I was reading a message from some different studies that I do. And what I'm talking about, I forget exactly how the sentence, and I wish I should have pulled that up. Next time I will. I'll have my notes together. It talked about the crowds that you are around, and if you're around negative people all the time, if you're around negative thoughts and people with just a bad outlook on life and all this, that when you step away from that, that changes everything. When you step away from being around the negativity and the discouraging signals that them kind of people put off, because think about it. If you was to hang out with, let's just find an example here. Let's say you hung out with people that all they did. Now, we're going to say that you don't even do this, okay? But you hang out with people, and all they do is drink, smoke, make fun of people, cause mischief, all the time. That's all they do, right? Guess what's eventually going to happen? Even if you're not doing it, when you first start hanging out with these crowds, eventually you're going to find yourself in the middle doing the same thing. So if you want to better yourself, sometimes you got to change who you hang out with, who you socialize with. And that can be hard sometimes, because there might be people in them crowds that you really care about or want to be around, and you're like, gosh, I don't want to do that. But if you don't, and you stay around them kind of people, you are going to be doing the same thing that they do. Okay? You are going to be acting how they act, or doing what they do, or thinking how they think, because that's what you're around. That's what you hang out with. One of the things that I learned in a business class that I do online is, they talk about being successful, and if you want to do better for your business and all this, to put yourself around people that are already making millions of dollars. And if you put yourself around them people, you're going to start learning more, and you're going to start giving yourself bigger challenges. You're going to start setting, bigger goals for yourself. And that's going to allow your business to be, better than what it was. The same idea goes into effect as far as your own, life skills, and, hanging out with those that, do that, then it's gonna affect your life in negative ways. So I know it might be hard, but sometimes you've got to make changes, and you got to make decisions in order for your life to get any better. And it's not always easy, trust me. It's not. And I get that. So my message for you today is that if you want to change your life, if you want to do better, and you want to have, good motivation and all this stuff, good self-esteem, you also got to consider the fact of sometimes you got to look at who you hang around as well. Now, some people might say, well, then, is that you saying that you're better than other people? No. But it's just saying that you're going to start acting and doing those things if that's what you're around all the time. So think about that over the next day or so. I'll talk more about it on my next message that I put out there for you guys. And I'm just curious what you guys think about that. Who out there agrees with me on this? Leave your comments. Let me know. Because I think that does matter. I mean, it's a proven thing. I mean, there's been many studies on this, and research, and so it's not just something we're just throwing out there. It's something that's 80-90% of the time that's what's going to happen. So leave your comments. Let me know what you thought. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow us here on Spreaker. You can also find us on iTunes, and be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube. Tell your friends about us. Help us get to that 400 mark. It's taking a lot of work right now, but I've been really busy. I've not had time to, put my full attention into my podcasts and videos, but that will change. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys here real soon.